What's going on, gamers? So now we have some leaks here for the ROG Xbox Ally, and the thing here is this debate keeps going on. So I found out some more information to clarify more things here about the Xbox Ally. First things first is people not realizing when they're getting into the British pound conversion into US dollar conversion. And let me tell you why this is important. Because it says $4.99 in the UK, right? And let's think about this, right? So we're not going to jump the gun here. You're going to see what I mean here. That means that it would be $671 over here, right? According to this $499. So the Xbox Ally is priced at $499 in the UK, according to an Argos employee. And I'm telling you, when this type of stuff happens, I've seen these debates, but I have something to add in here. And because of this Reddit post, it further clarifies some things. Just because it says 500 in the UK does not necessarily mean 100% conversion over here in the US market equally. As a matter of fact, that's why it says 671 and that seems off. That would not be the price. So from the get-go, logically, you'd be like, nobody is pricing something at $671. So this is not an argument. This is just realizing that nobody's going to put, you know what I'm saying, guys? Come on, think about it. Nobody's going to put a product at $671. So automatically, the 100% conversion cannot work. That would not be the official price. Tell me everybody agrees with me on this, right? This is not here to like do anything negative or anything. No, this is about finding out what the price really isn't, so that we can at least know what it may be. And what I mean by that is that it's not the 100% conversion. Now we know that, that's set, that's done. And we're gonna get to some stuff over here and realize people are gonna come down, they're gonna be like, I guess they saw the reaction to the 1300 Legion Go 2. And this guy says, I saw that thinking that it's $499 or close to it seems like it'll be more like $699 for the US pricing. But that's gonna be more than the conversion. If he's talking about tax and all that, this could end up being, I think it's going to be cheaper than that, honestly. But this is what I mean. This type of topic sets things off. So I'm like, no, that's not what that means. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a good price? And that ain't even the X. So people are worried right here. 672 US dollars. See what I mean? There it is again. Someone translate this to American, but that is wrong. Are we ready? I'm about to prove it too. After what I just said, I work at Argos, and seems to be pre-order start tomorrow for way cheaper than people think. I think that's what he meant to type. As long as I understand what you're saying, I'm not really tripping about that. This isn't politics. All right, this is the non-X. What price is the X version? As we see, this is where this leak came from and how things got here. As we know, you guys have seen it. We'll get to the closer screenshot on Twitter. There isn't actually anything on the X version, which is what I want too. I imagine $799, though either way, no way. Is what I've seen is right, check Argos tomorrow, and the price should be on there. Here's where it gets interesting. That's not, this is where it gets interesting, guys, right here. Get ready. 500 pounds is 675 US dollars for the non-X model. How is that way cheaper than people expected? Then we had 19 upvotes. That's not how pricing works. They don't price it in pounds, then calculate what it will be in each market based on exchange rates. And what he means by that is this first UK price means this conversion in USA, this conversion in Japan. No, that wouldn't work, because if we thought about the Nintendo Switch 2, that would be wrong. Let's convert the UK Nintendo Switch 2 to the USA. Wrong. Let's convert the USA to Japan. Wrong, because they get it for $350. You see how that doesn't always really necessarily mean that's the case? So realistically, we don't know what price they're going to do, but what we do know is we can stick to that baseline price of $549 and beyond, because everything else is going up. That gives us the right guesstimate. Let's think about that. We're going to get more into that in a second. So he says the PS5 Pro from the direct store. Remember, it was that price in the UK? If that would have converted, it would have started off at $946. But once again, who's going to have something that's $46 as a price tag at launch? $946.71. That makes 0 sense. That could never be. So when you know this now, from now on, you're going to have it in your head that this is never going to be the 100% conversion. So This basically shuts all that down. So now we can basically narrow more things down here. But I think we're going to be getting closer to a price over here. So this Reddit thread basically is telling us, bro, tell us the Ally X price. Guys, I'm going to think $900 and up, I'm telling you. So going over here, here's where our next article is at, over here on M4G. Argos UK leak suggests ROG Xbox Ally based model will retail for £499. And Argos UK listing appears to have leaked the price, right? That's that post I did the other day. Going over here on Voxel, zooming in, the ROG Xbox Ally may have had its UK pricing revealed early thanks to a leak, as we see right here. While there was no confirmation regarding the higher end of Xbox Ally X, speculation in the thread suggesting a possible $799 price point, according to the Argos leaflet, the ROG Xbox Ally will feature a Z1 Extreme. We went over this before, and we know the specs were kind of like, they're kind of using that Steam APU in a way, deck APU in a way, which was kind of disappointing. But these were the shots right here. As we see, it's $499. It's not something made up. It's literally right there. So that's not fake. That's right there. The thing is that here it is again, zoomed in. The thing is what is the conversion going to be for the US market, not the Google conversion. And that's what we're trying to get to here. So community responses to the leak have been mixed. Some noted that $499 was lower than expected, given earlier rumors that placed the base model between $550 and $599. While others raised concerns over Argos' accuracy, Friendly Pharma themselves admitted that the retail has a history of posting incorrect details, though they were confident in the material's authenticity. The leak adds weight to the earlier reporting from content creator Destin. That's what I was going based off on some of my videos, where I was like, if these are the specs at $549 or whatever, with tax getting close to $600, or if it's $600 and up, I think the LAX is the better deal, but you still can get that. Not like that's a bad handheld. I think they're both cool. They're just going to be niche. For the ROG Ally and $899 for the more powerful, which I believe that's pretty accurate. Both models are set to release worldwide on October 16th with US display units already planned for Best Buy stores. Until Microsoft or Asus make an official announcement, the Argos information should be treated with caution, they're saying. Still, if accurate, a $499 entry point for the ROG Xbox Ally can make it an appealing option in the increasingly competitive handheld gaming space. So overall, I just don't see how this could be fake, if you get what I mean. I just think they're kind of saying that. They didn't come down and deny the rumors or shoot it down. What Microsoft is not doing is confirming anything in the US. So all in all, you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think about this. We did everything basically here, going all the way back to Tom's post here. And personally, I hope things work out with this. I mean, this handheld does look cool. I've had the other ones. This one is better designed with less bloat. The cloud's going to get better over time. I just think it's a device that can get better over time. And it's a nice start for Microsoft to learn what it means to even get involved. This is not their official handheld, but it's an Xbox themed PC device with a lot of Xbox experiences that makes it feel like it's close to an Xbox experience as you can get. But it allows them to understand what it means to be in this market rather than going and starting off right now in suicide with their official handheld on the market where Switch 2 is out in their mastery form. No, that would have been bad. They made the right decision by going this way first and learning how things work, and then learning the PC market, learning how Steam operates. And then, we saw those tests and then they less bloated it down. It takes time. You can't just come in there and think you're a master day one, like you walking in a dojo and you're here and you're up there with the black belts. It's not how it works. That's why I tell people that this type of stuff takes time. You can expect this to be perfect at launch too. There may be some issues. We'll cover it, but we're not going to beat down things over here because it's something that's still joining in on gaming. And I give people a realistic point of view on it too by letting them know that you can't expect this to sell millions. You know what I mean? That's not a realistic expectation. And I want to give people the level-headed expectations. What you want to expect is the experience that you want for you, right? Because then that would just help you not project ridiculous expectations and then you get disappointed. First, find out if it just fits for you, and that's what matters more than anything. And if you're having a good time, hey, you're having a good time. I want you guys to let me know your experience on this when you get it. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of comparisons with this Steam Deck, Switch 2, just to do it because it's more comparisons. I haven't been doing them that much, but we're going to get back to that. But all in all, there we go. So at the end of the day, what we know now is that this right here is never going to work. And obviously, logically, it makes no sense. You know, you kind of want that 700 or the 50, you know what I mean? Or something with like the zeros at the end or a 99. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. So this cannot work. At least we know this. So personally, I think it's going to be cheaper than that. I'm thinking somewhere between 549 and 600, somewhere around that range. Could it be a little bit more? Possibly. And I think the X, like I said, 900 is definitely a really good placeholder. Could it be a little bit cheaper? I don't think so. I think 900 and up. That's just me. Everything else is going up. I don't see why this is not going up. It just hasn't been revealed, and they're kind of holding back after all the other drama going on. That's just kind of what I feel intuitively in a way. Either way, I think there's still at this point, as expensive as it is, if you're getting it, you're good too, and you got the bread, so people are not going to care. But yeah, peace out, y'all. Have a great day. You know we got to do it because this is what we do over here. Ponies, sit down. I know y'all are in here. I know y'all looking forward to that PlayStation 5 handheld. Oh yeah, or PS6 handheld. You know we're gonna get on that too. I look forward to future comparisons because it's going to be interesting. Later, y'all. Peace out. Keep it real.